TikTok. It's me, Tyrell, your favorite life coach. And today I am going live. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, so I don't go live often, but today I'm going live, and today I'm going live with mine. Uh oh. Hello.
You?
What's going? Why did I invite you into the live? I didn't mean to invite you into
I
the
don't.
live.
I don't know. I just got the invite, and I'm like, okay. No, I
Oh
don't
my
know.
gosh.
You didn't
Well,
mean to. It's okay. No worries.
yeah, I definitely need to have you on live soon anyway. But
So
yeah,
yeah. So keep me posted. I'll stay on and watch
definitely. Well,
and listen to what you.
I'm doing a new show today called "How Are You," and it's like a quick
Okay.
fire kind of situation. I got a bunch of questions here that I'll be asking. My friend is actually going to come on. He's going to come on, but I definitely need to have you on for
So
this quick fire, emotional intelligence questionnaire kind of situation. So I'll
okay.
definitely have you on.
All right. Well, let me know.
Okay, I will.
All right.
All right. Let's see here. I see it's 10 of y'all in here. Oh, there's Matthew. I see him right there. Invite. There he is.
Hey, how are you?
I'm over here pressing buttons.
So it's like my first live actually, so I cannot guide you, but
Well, I can't even guide myself, but we're here now. We
we are.
finally made it here. I'm trying to figure out how to um shit, I don't know. If y'all are here, go ahead and like the story, like and share this story. It's gonna be a really cool situation. It's gonna be almost like a quick fire question kind of situation. It's called How Are You? Let's Heal Edition. So we have Matthew Deon. And the reason why I got him on here is because I know that I watch some of his videos. He's always positive energy, always good energy about
Thank you.
his videos, and I love watching his videos. So if y'all are not following Matthew Deon, please make sure you go follow Matthew Deon. And if you are here and you want to ask questions in between questions, then please do so, because this
Yeah,
is
for
my first live. I'm
sure.
trying to get this live thing together and trying to grow my audience here so that I actually have a reason to continue to do live.
Right.
Um, it's my first one, so we're learning here. So again, if
Okay,
y'all
so
are
we're in the
here,
same
like
boat.
and share the story, like and share all with everything. So I got about 75 questions here, and I was trying to find this cute little jar or bucket or something, but I ain't got none of that. So it's gonna be
Okay, it's
it's
fine.
gonna be so random. And
Okay,
but
it's
I
cool.
mean, if you all don't know what Let's Heal is about it's about mental health, it's about healing, it's about, the journey of life, the healing that we all have, are, or will continue to do as we get older. So this is basically what it's all about. So when I looked up these questions, I
Mhm.
actually found 265 questions. But I only got 75 right here. I was like, I'm not gonna
Okay.
scare him on the first live, because this is his first live. This is my
Uh,
first live. I usually don't do lives.
right.
I'll try to keep up with everything and everybody. But other than that, we are going to. Well, Matthew, before we get started, go ahead and tell everybody who you are, where you are. Tell
Right.
everybody a little bit about you, because clearly I
Uh,
just went all the way in.
No, you're fine. You're doing your thing. You're the host, so all the respect, and I really appreciate you for one, just even seeing and noticing what I've been doing. So again, my name is Matthew Deon. So my platform is Matthew Deon Talks on Instagram and TikTok. So my goal in life is to lead, love, and inspire the masses, and get through this thing called life together. I know I've shared with you recently that I really want to understand and become a mental health advocate.
Mm-hmm.
Depression is something that I go through, and I've been in therapy for about 2 years now. So it's definitely something that I realize For some people, it's a lifelong journey. For some people, it's temporary. I believe for myself, it might be a long term, lifelong thing. So, as we're seeing the number of cases rise with people, unfortunately taking their lives, and people who may not have the help that they need, it's like, how do we create the space and opportunity for them to, one, be heard, and two, be felt and valued? And how can we get through this life together, uplifting each other and learning from one another? So that's what I'm about. I believe you saw my not my most recent, but one of my videos called "How Are You?" And
Yeah,
that was spurred
yeah,
from a book I was reading called Permission to Feel by Mark Brackett, I think his name is. And he was just saying how instrumental his uncle was to him at a young age in regards to asking him that simple question, how are you? And allowing that space for him to breathe and to speak his truth.
yeah.
And so that day, I was just like, I kind of, had a self reflection like, wait, how am I? How are you
Right.
specifically to the people? Because I don't think a lot of people really take time to pause and give someone space to answer that question. So it was very interesting to me.
Yeah, so when I ask, and I think we talked about this before, usually when people say how are you, most of us will respond, "Oh, I'm well," or "I'm good," and you really,
Mm-hmm.
really, truly aren't well or good. It's just a
Yeah.
normal response. So I think a lot of times it's important for somebody to ask, "How are you?" but
Mm-hmm.
also offer a place for
Right.
somebody to actually, let them know if they're not doing well, how they really, truly are.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you need to be able to open up and receive all of that if you're
Mm-hmm.
asking somebody how you are, because I
Right.
think we all have kind of gotten into it's almost like a routine.
Mm-hmm.
When you ask somebody, "Oh, how are you?" when you really truly don't care, but it's become
Right.
such a routine to ask people how you are that when
Yeah.
people actually unload and tell you how they are, it becomes overwhelming. And then it turns
Yeah.
into, "Oh, that person needs help. And I don't want to talk to this person," and all these other things. So today, instead of, going real deep and
Mm-hmm.
diving too much into how you are in particular, I wanted to do this quick fire show called "How
Okay.
Are You?"
Okay.
Um, and like I said, I got a bunch of questions here. I'm just
I'm
gonna
ready.
choose. I'm mixing them up here. So y'all, y'all got to trust the process that I'm actually mixing these questions up, because it's about 75 of them, 75 little pieces of paper here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Y'all continue to like the story now. Continue to like the story, but the first question, let me not look, because here I am looking. Let me not look. the first question. The first question is, what does the American dream mean to you? That's just a random question.
The
What does
American
the American
dream.
dream mean to you?
Um, just right off the dome, I believe the American dream is having the opportunity to chase your dreams, to advocate for, yourself, your family, whoever you are. Um, I think it's shifted over the years just due to the things that some of us citizens go through, such as racial discrimination, different things, whether you're homosexual or straight or whatever you identify yourself as. I think it's skewed, but I feel like the general or original plan was to have the opportunity to have a better life, no matter your race, no matter your gender, no matter your beliefs. Hence, the freedom of speech. That's how it should be. So I think the American dream is having the opportunity to chase your dreams and doing the work to get there.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
look at that. If anybody else has any response to any of these questions that I'm asking, please, please, please put your response in the message
In the
situation
comments,
down at the
yeah,
bottom,
for
and
sure.
I'll try to read it as it, because I see some people come in, I see some people leaving. Like I
Yeah,
said, this is my first live. This is his first live, so make it fun for us. Participate, ask
exactly.
questions.
For sure.
So, and we're only going to be on here for maybe about 20, 30 minutes. It's not going to be long, because I've been working all morning and I'm freaking tired. So, all right. So let's shake it up again. Let's mix it up. Let's mix it up. And let me not look.
Okay.
The next question. Okay, here it is. When it's all said and done, will you have said more than you've done?
Oh, that's like a catch-22 because I want to be a speaker. I would say I hope what I've done speaks more for me than my actual words.
Okay.
Because I want to be a person of my actions and let my actions speak for themselves, but also create space through speaking ventures and through speaking to other people in normal conversations. But at the end of it all, I want my work and action to speak more for me than my actual words. Yeah. What
Okay.
about you? Because I know
We'll see.
you're
Yeah, with me
further
being,
along than me as far as this journey of speaking and collaborating with people.
yeah, so what is no, because I'm gonna say the same thing more than once. Okay. And that's definitely gonna happen. So as far
Yeah.
as me, when it's all said and done, will you have said more than you've done? I think that when I do stuff, especially at this point in my life, being a life coach and motivational speaker and just a lot of stuff that I have my hands on, I'm always thinking about my legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of my words, I'm an action speak louder than words kind of person.
Okay.
Um, who is this?
Someone said, "Why does he talk like that? Speak normal, dude." Who? Like Mary? I don't know. See, that's the thing. That's funny. When I started the speaking journey, that was definitely an insecurity of mine because I am someone. One, I ramble and I stutter, and then two, I talk very articulate. Some people say I talk very white or Caucasian. I just talk
So
very
okay,
articulate. So
wait. Before you
sometimes it
even
comes
go
off
into that,
weird.
I honestly feel like we don't even have to exactly. Whoever this is a hater. Just like the person say down at the bottom, he's a hater. Whoever he is, do you, Matthew? You're doing great. You are
It
doing
doesn't
great. So
bother
what
me
we're
though. It doesn't
but
bother me because like
here's the
uh huh,
thing. Here's the thing. We're all about positivity over here. And
yeah,
obviously, whoever this person is has never been to my page,
uh-huh.
and I got time today. So let's
Not
do it.
it was the eyes
Um,
for me.
so I got time today. So what we're
Oh
not
my
gonna
god.
do over here is come over here and tell somebody how to speak when you're talking or speaking behind a screen, because that's the
Got
thing
it.
that bullying and causes people to have issues or bring up their insecurities.
Mhm.
So it's people like you who are behind the screen telling somebody else what they should or should not do, who need to go and take a seat and get the hell on. Let me figure out how to block this person. Like I said, this is
Oh
my
my
first
god, it's
live and I'm
fine.
blocking folks already. Let's block this account.
Tyrell.
Block. We'll
Oh
do
my
that
goodness.
shit over here. And for
But
those of you who, uh-oh, did I block the wrong person?
oh my god, Tyrell. In general, like I'm secure enough for myself because it doesn't really bother me because I've had that all my life. So, but to your point, it doesn't really need explanation. It's just interesting to me, how different people perceive me, but it doesn't bother me. But I appreciate the the camaraderie ship in that.
Yeah. I don't
Um,
see. I think I might have blocked the wrong person. So, um,
we're learning together. It's okay.
my apologies.
But back to but in general, back to so what is your version of the American dream as we're getting things rolling?
We were well, more. It was what was. Am I going to have more things said or done? So, like I said, I'm a action speak louder than words kind of person.
uh,
So the books that I have, the podcast that I have, I do a lot of talking, but
okay,
at the same time, my words are part of my legacy. And so,
got it.
even after
Ooh,
I'm
okay,
gone, my
yeah.
legacy and the work that I've done
Hmm.
will actually continue to speak for me. So, even when I stop talking in the present tense, I've created enough things that will last longer than myself or my
Hmm.
being. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's important for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
with great power comes great responsibility. You're right, Reggie. It does take a lot of responsibility. But at the same, I'm a respect person over here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
respect is earned in my world. No matter how old you are, no matter how what age or color. You know, everything is about respect. You know.
Hmm.
So if you're over here on this page, it's all about respect. It's all about love, life, and lessons. So take that negativity somewhere else on this Friday afternoon. The sun is shining too bright. I'm too black and I look too good. So, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Black is everywhere.
we go we gonna move on. I'm gonna go back and have to figure out how to unblock that person that I blocked because I think I blocked the wrong person, but I did finally go back and block the
Okay.
right person because that's not what we about to do
Okay.
over here. But
Right. It's
if that's somebody that you know and they reach out to you, let them know that I
Uh-huh.
didn't mean to do that, and I will try to go back and unblock them. But I think it might be somebody on
Okay.
my friends list. But these old computer bot head fools. But anyway, we're going to move on. It's all about
We are.
positivity over here. Next question. Who do you sometimes compare yourself to?
Ooh. Um. mm. Honestly, society, like depending on so like for instance, like I'm gay, so sometimes I compare myself to like the gay community. It's not necessarily standard, it's just I would say, let's say body standards. Like sometimes I compare myself in that sense. I also compare myself to like my peers, like my close friends, because I look up to them. I say I'm a lot. Sorry, I look up to them because I feel like they, each of them have something that I don't have,
Mm-hmm.
um, and at times I'm like, Don, I wish I could have that, but I have to learn how to appreciate who they are and love them and respect them, and also give them their flowers. And
Right,
also, if I don't have that, how can I be similar to them without copying who they are? Like, how
right.
can I add that attribute to my life to better my life? Because they seem to do it so well.
Yeah, yeah,
So I definitely have to check myself at times in regards to how I view certain things, because I'm learning how to love myself. I'm learning how to build my self confidence up in that
yeah.
area of I'm valuable. I'm worthy of everything that everything that I desire. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, as far as me, who do I compare myself to? I don't really compare myself to anybody. Well, it's crazy because my friends, when they start talking to me, they always say, "Oh, you remind me of the male version of a Yanla," and I'm like, "What you mean?" And I'm like, "Because I'm the life coach of the group, and I tell y'all to not continue to stand in the middle of y'all stuff and actually
Right.
clean it up and walk away from it, then
Mm.
yeah, I'll be that." So I don't really compare myself to anybody because I feel like, me being me
Mm.
as an individual is what makes me stand out. So even when it comes to like dating or getting to know people, I'm always like,
Mm.
I want to date the individual. I want to get to know the individual. I don't want to meet somebody who is continuing to put themselves in a box based
Mm.
on, these bullet points that they
Right.
have created for themselves. There's nothing wrong with having goals and seeing good things in people and
Mm.
certain attributes that you want to like ask them, well, how did you get there? What did you do? And how do you make yourself that person? Which is
Right.
what we should be doing anyway. It's all about learning and growing because once you stop learning, you stop growing. When you stop growing, you stop living. So I'm not even
Yeah.
about the whole, I'm all about enjoying my life. At this point, it's about peace and happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that peace and happiness is learning something new every day because I don't know everything. I don't
Right.
never say that I know everything. I don't want to know everything because it's probably stressful as hell to learn everything.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to continue to grow until I stop growing, you
Come on
know.
with
Yeah.
it.
And I don't just mean mentally, hell, I mean physically too, because because I'm still
That-
recovering from the COVID weight gain. So trust me, if y'all see
okay.
me within the last couple of years, I have definitely physically grown too.
You look good though. You look good.
But next let's shake it up a little bit. We're gonna go to the
Okay.
next question right here. It says, if it all came back around to you, would it help or hurt you?
If it all came back around to me,
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
right?
I'm not sure what it is. So we're gonna skip that question and I'm gonna do some more research and find out what it is.
Also,
Because
that
hell,
it
if
could be a lot.
right, exactly. Because if the Powerball came back around to me,
uh,
it definitely would not hurt me. So if that was it would not hurt at all to win $500 million.
right.
Next question. I'm trying not to look, and I'm trying to sort of.
Mm.
Next question. Where do you find inspiration?
Mm. I get a lot of inspiration from other speakers, but also I read a lot too. So usually I'm reading someone's memoir or just like podcast, or it could be a YouTube interview. I love interviews too. Like I love watching people's interviews. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
So like recently, my inspirations now are like Tabitha Brown, Jennifer Lewis, Steve Harvey, Oprah. Some like big hitters in my life, in my life,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because they are some people who they don't shy away from the truth and
Yeah.
they share themselves to the people. That's not easy, and it's always applicable or relatable to me in a sense, or I relate to them and their stories. And it really uplifts me and inspires me to be similar to them as I continue on this journey of speaking and just connecting with people more. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. For me, as far as inspiration goes, well, one of my favorite people are Iyanla.
Okay.
And I have her book here, and I actually read that book. And the book that she has is called Get Over It. And when
Mm,
I first read the title of that book, before I even got, like, when I first read it, I'm like, get over it. It sounds so harsh. But that's the kind of stuff that people need to hear. Like, get over it. It's like nobody can tell you how long it takes to heal from something, because
right.
healing is a constant thing. We all have our or will heal from something. So
Mm-hmm.
nobody ever is 100% healed, no matter how much learning and no matter how mentally strong you are. Nobody is ever 100% healed from anything. But you also can't be still going through the same stuff from the past relationship
Right.
and bring it to your current relationship, and you tell the person that you're with, oh, we're just going to be patient with me because I'm still healing from. Okay, well, if you're still healing, then why the hell are you here?
Right. Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that you need to be like, because there is nobody will ever be 100% healed. But
Right.
when you start talking to people and interacting with people who are on a higher healing level, you have to base your life. Because I
Yeah,
always tell
that's
people,
true.
I'm
Yeah.
about 80% healed from life and the situations that I've been through, and I'm continuing to heal. So I'm always vibrating at a higher level. So it would be very difficult for me to inspire, be around somebody who is at a 20%, because they're gonna be going through some stuff that I really have gone through already and don't want to be bothered with no more.
Right.
So,
I was
um,
no continue. Sorry.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. What were you
I was
saying?
watching a I can't remember if it was a live or if it was just a TikTok video. I think her name is April Mason. She's like a life coach slash dating coach, and she was being interviewed by somebody, and she was saying, some people say like healing or time heals all wounds. She was saying no, it doesn't. Choice does.
Right.
I was like, oh my gosh, that speaks
Yeah.
to me because it's a choice to heal or to move on from something. And it doesn't mean you're just going to instantly, be healed tomorrow, but it's just doing the work every single day. Like it's a choice every single day to heal from whatever experience um, you've had with a person or a thing or whatever that is that's, haunting you or just depleting you. It's a choice. And I was like, wow, because so many of us, including myself, I am bad with the whole perfect syndrome because I feel like I have to be, top tier, da 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 da. But it's really about I'm imperfect. I'm always going to be imperfect, but I can be better.
Right.
So
Right.
every day it's about making the choice to be better and to, nip those things in the bud as they come up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. As far as like that goes, I feel like a lot of times, because I was telling somebody before that we all have to go through the stages of grief when situations end, and we
Mm-hmm.
also have to take responsibility through those stages. Like, there's 5 stages of grief, and most people get stuck at anger, and anger is only number 2. You still got 3 just other stages to go. So it's always easier to be mad at somebody and kind of, out of sight, out of mind them in the
Right.
situation, which is never healthy, because you still got 3 other steps to go through
Yeah.
when it comes to you getting through that situation. And when you actually go through all those steps and you actually accept your part in that situation, because you may not be the cause of the end of a situation,
Mm-hmm.
but you still played a part in that situation. So when you play a part in that situation, you have to accept, acknowledge, and apologize to yourself for even allowing something like that to go on, and
Yeah.
be aware of it so that it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Accountability.
have you ever had a
Yeah.
conversation with somebody and they say, well, I keep dating the same person. Will you allow yourself to date the same
Yeah.
person? That's a choice. You choose the same people.
Yeah.
So are you choosing to heal, or are you choosing to be stuck and complain about the decisions and choices that you're making?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It'll until you learn a lesson, life will continue to have you in the same cycle. It may be different people, but it's always gonna be the same kind of habits, same kind of cycle that you're going to be in. So yeah, you have to be mindful and do the inner work to really pay attention to those things.
Definitely, definitely. We're gonna move on to
Okay,
the
I know
next question
we both
because
yeah. We're gonna...
we could be talking all day long about this stuff. We had a conversation previously, and I think we was on the
Right.
phone for more than an hour. Again, if you are just joining the live, please share this live. Please like this live because the likes and the shares look good to the numbers. So we're gonna do that. All right. So this one right here says thought-provoking question: can there be happiness without sadness, pleasure without pain, peace without war? Now that's a deep one. Now that's now that
Oh my god, that's a
is
question
a
right
deep one.
there. That's a question right there.
Can there be happiness without sadness, pleasure without pain, and peace without war?
No, I think you need both.
Yeah.
You may not need both in a specific situation, but you would have to have experience one to experience the other.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because I do believe there's some relationships, whether that's a friendship, whether it's a partnership, even work related, that sometimes it's just bliss. Sometimes you don't really argue. Sometimes you just naturally have that mesh.
Yeah.
And there's going to be times where you're going to have relationships that are strenuous, and you kind of have to do the work to make it palpable for you and the person.
Yeah.
And but I do think you have to sometimes you've had to have had experience something bad so you know what good feels like.
Yeah.
But it's up to us to have the responsibility to keep the good going and to make that last. So yeah, that was a deep question. Oh my god, that's really
It
good.
was.
I
It
wish I could
what
write that down.
and it
That's
says
really
it right here. Big the first part of it says thought provoking question. I
right.
mean, and I feel the same way. You know, it's almost like what they say. I need a boyfriend. I can't find one. I need help. No one wants to go on a date. No one wants to go on dates. Cuddle.
I mean, they're being very honest.
That is very honest. But see, here's the thing about dating. Let me answer this question, then we'll go back to that. We'll talk about that. So as far as the I feel like life is like the yin and the yang. You have to have the
Yeah,
dark and the light. You have to have
yeah,
the good and the bad. You have to have day and night. And even when it comes to bad situations, like the old saying, and it's really cliche, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And
hmm
I think that a lot of times we have to go through those bad things to know what it feels like to go through them so that we don't want to go through them again. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? It's just the repetitive nature that a lot of people have to go through bad stuff over and over again.
right.
And then instead of, like I said before, accepting responsibility for those
hmm
things, we tend to blame other people when we're the reason why we go through those situations.
Yeah.
You know, because everything is definitely cause and effect. What you put out is what you get back. I personally believe in karma, and I don't like to apologize for things.
Mm-hmm.
So years ago, I made up in my mind to stop creating situations that I have to apologize for.
Mm.
Because I hate when somebody come to me and tell me, "Oh, Tyra, you did me wrong," or "Tyra, you said
Yeah.
something," blah 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 blah. So even when it comes to talking to people or interacting with people, I'm very
Mhm.
aware. I'm very intentional. I'm very conscious of how I'm treating people because I don't want to have to go back and apologize for doing somebody wrong or treating somebody wrong or making somebody feel bad because I don't get to tell people how to feel. All they can do, like a Yamla say, like my favorite
Yeah.
saying, he says, all you get to do is watch how people treat you and
Yeah.
decide if you want to participate.
Yeah.
So if
That's
you're
a huge one. That is huge. Because we think a lot of people, including myself, I used to think that, if I treat this person this way, they're going to treat me this way in return. And that's not the case. It's about being your authentic self and them being their authentic selves, and either you take it or leave it. Doesn't mean you don't compromise. Doesn't mean you don't adjust as needed. But on the basis, can I physically deal with this person? Do I have the capacity to give them what they need or support them and how they need to be
right.
supported, and vice versa? That's definitely a
Yeah.
key that I've learned this year for sure.
Yeah, see, for me, I always tell people I treat people how they deserve to be treated because
Mm.
that whole treat them how you want to be treated because I treat myself very well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me to treat myself the way that I do, I can't expect somebody to come into my life and treat me exactly how I treat me because your peace and happiness is your responsibility. So,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people rely on that. They were supposed to keep me happy. They were supposed to protect me. They were supposed
Yeah.
to, keep it peaceful. That's your responsibility.
Yeah.
So,
Come on, you
treat
see
people how you
that.
deserve to be treated. There has to be good for the bad and bad for the
Yeah.
good. There has to be dark and light. There could not be peace without war. There could not be pleasure without pain. Hell, some people like pain and it causes them to have pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there is no happiness without sadness. So now back to this statement. I need a boyfriend. Can't find one in Atlanta.
I know. Are they even
Um,
on here anymore? Maybe they just like put it there and left.
yeah, I
Um,
don't know, but we'll answer it anyway, just in case somebody else is having.
it's not a
It's
question.
not even really.
That's a statement. That's not a question.
Oh, okay,
That
okay.
was a
Because you know,
statement.
I was gonna go there. I was gonna go into
No,
life coach
no. They were
mode.
saying that's a statement. I currently live in Atlanta. Um, I am working on being prepared to date. Uh, I think
Wait. Say that again because I think a lot of people don't understand that you have to be prepared to date. You don't just go out and be all
it
messed up and
because I've
bleeding on
messed up
somebody and
so many
expect them to.
times. Because I messed up
Right?
so
It's like
many times. I take
why
accountability.
won't they date me? Because you broken and crazy. That's why they ain't dating you. You
Yeah,
need to get yourself together.
like I am not someone too high minded to say like, yeah, I have things to work on.
Yeah,
And luckily I never really dated someone who was terrible. Um, Sometimes I've dated people who showed me myself and I didn't like what I saw and I took it out on them in a sense. Of like, oh god, like but then also there have been times where um I know I'm not for somebody and I have to understand that hey, this isn't just gonna work. And that's okay. Oh no, he left.
no, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm here. I'm still
Yeah,
here.
so it I am a hopeless romantic, but I'm also taking this time to do the work on myself. So I'm open to it for sure. I'm just a lot more selective now, and that's a good thing. So, but yeah, definitely, I would say date yourself first. So you one know what you like and don't like, and you also
Yeah,
know about yourself because trying to learn yourself on top of adding someone to the mix is kind of difficult. It's not impossible. It's just kind of difficult to do. So I would definitely say prepare yourself to be dateable and also create the
yeah,
space and create the space for your future partner. I would say as
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. Who does that say, Coach? Yeah, Coach. We trying. We are
That's you, right?
definitely
Yeah, that's you.
trying.
That's you.
We're definitely trying. Um, so yeah, let's answer one more question because we're at our 30-minute mark. I said I was only gonna be on here for 30 minutes.
Okay.
If y'all are enjoying the show, make sure you like the show, make sure you share the show, and make sure you be ready for the next show. Hell, you can even come on and be a part of the How Are You question show. Just reach out to me in my inbox. We're gonna do one more question before we get out of here because I'm not trying to take up all of his Friday, and I have other stuff to do too because the
Right.
sun is shining and it's a nice day. I'm in this room burning up. So, next question. Hopefully, it's not too deep and too crazy. We're gonna go with I'm trying to this one.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right. What is one thing you would most like to change about the world? That's a way to end the show.
Oh my gosh, that's a heavy hitter. One thing I would like to do to change the world. Um, I think I would change how we perceive people.
Mm,
Um, I think a lot of our issues would kind of be erased, or at least on the journey of um, being minimized if we change the perception that we have of people of different backgrounds, different races,
yeah,
different ideologies, hell, different preferences as people in dating relationships. I think if we shifted our perspective to being more kind, more compassionate, more empathetic, even if we don't agree on something, um,
agree
it
to
would be a lot
disagree.
easier for a lot of people in the world. So that's what I would say: changing the perspective of people and how they.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. I mean, I probably would piggyback on that. It has a lot to do with that too. I would probably change the entitlement,
Mm,
because I feel like everybody feels like they are right, or the way that they think is right, or what they do is right, instead of, like you said before, understanding that we can agree to disagree and we can still coexist and still be peaceful and happy together, even though we have our differences. Because a
right.
lot of times our differences is what actually complement the other person. I always ask people, can you date somebody who is exactly like you?
Mm,
Because if that's the case, you need to be dating yourself.
Right.
and leaving everybody else out of it. So a lot of times the differences and the entitlement of I am this person, I am better than them, so I am right. Hell, we
Mm-hmm.
all are right about certain things and how we feel and how it actually goes about, and I guess, for me, I'll use the analogy like, or the thing with movies.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever there's a new movie coming out, like there's a new movie that came out, on Netflix, You People, and you
Oh, yeah,
watch
I've
people
heard of
give
it,
their opinion about everything, and you watch how they feel about everything, and they want you to agree with them, and they say, "Well, watch the movie, and then you see this, and don't you agree with that?" And it's like, no, I don't see that. I don't agree with that.
yeah. You're
And of
right.
course, the instant that you disagree with somebody, the entitlement kicks in, and then it's an argument. I'm like, it's only a movie, y'all. Why are we arguing about some stuff that ain't putting no money in our bank account? What the hell is y'all? What? I don't understand it.
Right.
But anyway, I don't want to go too deep into that. I'm not gonna do that. So before we leave, tell me, or you know what? I'm not gonna have you do that here. I'll have you submit the video to me. I will have you submit the video to me about what does healing mean to you, because on my YouTube channel there
Okay.
is a series called What Does Healing Mean to You, and that's part of the Let's Heal series. Um, and I would love to have your video on the Let's Heal What Does Healing Mean to You series on YouTube. If
Okay.
y'all are watching, go over to YouTube and check out the What Does Healing Mean to You series. This was an amazing Spitfire,
Yeah, it was
how are
fun.
you question kind of situation. We didn't block some people. We had a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying. So, and I see EJ, EJ is here. EJ is a life coach over in um the West Coast.
Awesome. Okay.
And he's an amazing person. He also have you EJ, have you done a What Does Healing Mean to You? A series, because if you have not, you need to do one as well. If you are all willing to participate in the What Does Healing Mean to You series, and please reach out to me because I want to do that too. Um, Again, everybody, this is Matthew Deon Talks, and he is an amazing person.
Thank
If
you.
you do not have an opportunity to go back and watch this live, go over and follow him, watch some of his videos, and just receive some of that energy that he gives off, because that's
Thank
the
you.
reason
Oh
why
my
I
God,
brought him
Tyrell,
on.
thank you so much.
His
Oh my
energy is
God.
amazing, and I love that energy. And I did not
Thank
I
you.
did not know him. I don't
No,
know him. I didn't
seriously.
know him.
You didn't. I
And I
didn't
was
know you.
scrolling through TikTok, and I was like, I like this person's energy. This
Thank
energy
you.
right here is what I need on this show. So I'm glad I reached out to you. I appreciate you for being on today with me and my shenanigans and my blocking situations that we had going on.
I appreciate and value you so much, Sarah. Thank you for this opportunity and just being such a kind person. Definitely, you're doing an amazing job. Oh, also, I signed up for your course too, so I'm really excited to join that and to see what you're all
Yes.
about with that.
Yeah.
So you have some good things going on too. So
Yeah.
definitely follow Mr. Life Coach Tyrell, please.
Yeah, the course that
Okay.
he's talking about is available right
Mhm.
now. I think it's called
Yeah, I signed up
Positive
last night. Yeah.
Psychology and Emotional Intelligence in the Workplace. It's
Mhm.
free right now until February 14th. So
Mhm.
please go over and click the link in my bio. It'll take you right to the Let's Heal courses. Again, it's called Positive Psychology and Emotional Intelligence in the Workplace. It is free until February 14th, Valentine's Day. So please sign up for that. Yeah, I don't have nothing else to say. You good over there? Because I'm
I'm
hanging
good.
on you anyway, so we can talk about the live. And I'm
I'm
gonna figure out
good.
how to unblock and make sure I unblock
Oh
the
yeah.
right person and keep the correct person blocked. But other than that, I
Right.
don't have nothing else to say. It was a great
No,
show.
thank you. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later.
All right, y'all. See y'all later. Thank you for showing up. I'll see y'all.
Bye.
Now, how the hell do I end this?